1 month before move-in day at Rockford College, or what Phantom Regiment calls spring training. This April camp is huge for a number of reasons. It's the first time since the November auditions that the brass and percussion sections are joined by the color guard. This allows the visual instructors to work on marching execution with the entire group. Plus, by the time camp ends Sunday, the Corps will have learned the entire visual routine, and a historic member of Phantom Regiment will be introduced to the Corps.
All right, here we are. It's April, and the Corps' gotten this far. We're back at Beloit Memorial High School. We were here for auditions. We were here in March, and we're here in April. It's cold and rainy again. After a week of sunny and warm, we come this weekend, it's cold and rainy. So thankfully, we're inside this big field house. We're learning even more drill than we did in March, and this weekend we also have the color guard in for the first time. We asked back about 45 girls, and 39 of those 45 showed up. So we're kind of doing our final cuts on the color guard and also integrating them into the drill on the field.
Rumor has it there's a new member to the color guard, and the brass section heads to the gym to see for themselves. Before camp begins in earnest, the entire Corps is brought together.
Associate of mine, Dr. Dan. Thank you.
Pat Seidling introduces Dr. Dan, a charter member of Phantom Regiment, who will put those rumors to rest.
I'm sure many of you have heard about our show this year, about our program. That program needed something special, and that we have found that something special in a male in the color guard.
This season is going to be, in a very small way, but for some people maybe in a big way, a historic season for the Phantom Regiment. For the first time since 1963, there's going to be a male part of our color guard. There's going to be a young man dancing, spinning, and performing as a part of our color guard.
There's a personality in the music too that is it has a male personality, a persona, and with the show and the direction we'd like to go, it was just fitting to be able to incorporate that into the color guard. And for me, it'll highlight the girls that much more, the interaction they're going to have with him.
And I wasn't really sure how the Corps would respond to it. I was received in an incredibly warm way. It's been really interesting being part of this new process, something that isn't done too often here at Regiment or really in DCI. And it's fun to be on the cutting edge of things.
So while the Corps members are digesting the news of a male member in the color guard, the group satisfies their hunger from their long road trip to camp with tacos. Others take this break time to stake a claim of gym floor real estate in what has become a very competitive market. The addition of the color guard in camp also means new opportunities for friendships and maybe more among the male and female Corps members. Frank and Darian both agree, love is in the air.
The ladies are looking very good in my opinion. My eyes have been wandering, I'm not gonna lie.
This is the first camp that we have had where the color guard is back with us since I think auditions.
Some words have been spoken, but my mind is where it needs to be in the music and in the drill. Hopefully everybody's is there too.
Saturday morning in Beloit, and the color guard is in camp for the first time since December. It's an important camp for the guard because they will put the finishing touches on their routines while learning the marching from the visual instructors. Color guard caption head Adam Sage is disappointed to learn that two girls did not attend camp, Erin Jones and Sharon Underdahl.
For Erin Jones, she has a spot in the color guard. She couldn't make it this weekend because she has exams coming up next week. She wanted to be here. She felt that she could plan things and pace things out where she could get things with school finished before she left for the weekend and after the weekend. Her parents, I still make it a little challenging for her to do what she loves, to do this. She's pretty disappointed she couldn't be here, but I want to work with her. She's very, very responsible, unbelievable girl when it comes to work ethic, and just works from the inside, works from her heart. So we just want to make it happen for her and work with her parents because her parents are supporting her with college.
Because Erin could not be at the April camp, she used her creativity and did the next best thing.
She's sending me a tape of herself basically going through all the choreography and technique that is on the tape. She wanted to make a videotape of herself. So the next best thing to being here is sending a tape of where she's at with her her technique and her fundamentals, her movement, principles and so forth, put that on a video and say, you know, this is the least I can do. And that was something that she wanted to do. She's just that kind of girl.
Sharon, on the other hand, decided Phantom Regiment was not for her, and she joined the Color Guard for another drum and bugle corps instead.
It's when kids come to audition and they bring their various techniques, various styles with them. She had a great quality about her. A lot of it is the maturity of where she's at with just color guard and her bodies and the expressive ideas that we're trying to go for. That, you know, didn't quite make it to the point of, and she did a beautiful job, and hopefully she'll find her niche. If it's, you know, in drum corps, to stick with it.
In the field house, the brass section had turned to a less musical form of learning the visual routine.
This time of year, when we learn the drill, it's easiest to start without your instrument, because they've got to hold their drill charts in front of them, watch their coordinate sheets, make sure they don't bump into each other. The instrument is always an obstacle at first. So we'll do an afternoon without the equipment, just learning their sets, learning their routing, learning their drill. And then maybe this evening, if they're feeling pretty comfortable, we'll put the instruments on them. And then tomorrow, on Sunday, we'll actually warm up and try to march and play. But it's just easiest to learn how to do drill without the equipment in your hand.
More adjustments are made to the uniforms this weekend, including the fitting of the distinctive Phantom Regiment helmets.
What we're looking for is when they're looking straight ahead, the bottom of the helmet should be parallel with the ground. What happens too often is they want to wear them back here like a fire helmet, and it has to be down like this. Chain is actually supposed to be right here, and so he's going to get in line and have his chain adjusted.
While chains get adjusted on the helmets, the girls in the Color Guard get fitted in one of several outfits they'll wear during the 2005 show.
Well, you need to write down the idea we wanted to go with is a little bit more period-like, from the 1920s Art Deco period. So we did a lot of research in just fashion, accessories during that time period. And Tommy Keenum and I had spent a lot of time discussing the look for the Guard, fabrics, details in the fabrics, just to make it that much more special. So this weekend we started with the fitting of the costumes, just to make sure each look is right, how it's going to fit in their bodies. There's 4 different costumes. We're doing costume changes to, again, bring out the various voices and identity of the music.
The outfits look great, but a problem exists of mass proportions.
Yeah, the winter does that, I think.
The Color Guard staff, looking at some of these girls that put on some winter weight, they're panicking a little over that. We've had a few girls that we've had to sit down and put on a diet plan for the next 4 weeks, because we haven't seen them since December.
The thing with drum corps is they're going to get in shape. They're going to absolutely get in shape between now and June.
The term, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, applies to the brass section in the field house. The temperature is rising, and so are the tempers of the visual instructors, who are demanding nothing less than perfection. It's a tough drill to learn, but there are a lot of drum corps veterans in this group. This is the last camp before spring training, and the pressure to get it right is growing.
I'm noticing a lot more intensity this time of year compared to other years at this same time. It looks like the staff is moving the corps along a lot faster with more intensity, and that makes sense. This is our oldest corps ever. The average age is just about at 20 years old, which is very old for a drum corps. We have 75 veterans out there, so I kind of figured they could move at a more intense level, and they are.
Even Frank, a Phantom Regiment member last year, is struggling with this year's drill.
The marching this year seems to be a little bit more organized. The instructors are a little bit more mean, I guess. Not in a bad way, that's all good. But they are making us do push-ups and things like that, yelling at us, which I guess is good for some people, but works.
We're going to try it again, but when he says set, it's got to happen so you have a couple seconds.
Set!
Put them down. Tubas, you've got to get them up. You've got a second to have them up.
Same segment. Everybody's in. Set.
That'll be 10.
Actually, they're starting the whole discipline thing. People are starting to break down just concentration, itty bitty things, and so trying to nip it in the bud. I think it's a great idea. Great idea.
The kids will leave the April camp exhausted, sore, blistered, and prepared. Prepared for a grueling summer tour that will have Phantom Regiment traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast. For the ones that have been chasing the dream for the last 6 months, May 27th is the day they have been waiting for. Move-in day at Rockford College. The official first day of summer on the Drum Corps calendar.
This is our last camp of the season, basically. The next time we see them, it's going to be during move-in. The brass and color guard will move into Rockford College on May 22nd. The drumline is going to move into Texas that same day. The drums will be in Texas for a week. The horns and guard will be in Rockford College. And then on Memorial Day weekend, all 3 sections come back together at Rockford College for what we call spring training. And that takes us right on to tour.